Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're tackling one of the most frustrating errors you can run into on Windows 11, 0x800f081f. If you've been banging your head against the wall, stuck in an endless loop of failed updates, you've come to the right place. This is your way out.
Okay, let's just start by acknowledging how completely ridiculous this situation is. If you're seeing a screen like this, you are caught in a classic catch-22. The very update that's supposed to fix the problem can't be installed because of the problem. It makes no sense. Today, we're going to break that loop for good.
So, what does this cryptic error code actually mean? It's not just a random jumble of letters and numbers. 0x8000f081f translates to something very specific, CBS_E_source missing. In plain English, Windows is trying to run an update, but the files it needs to do the job have just vanished. They're gone.
Now, here is the most important thing to understand, and it's probably why the fixes you've tried so far haven't worked. This one single error code is actually triggered by 3 totally different root problems. So if you're using a solution for one cause when you actually have another, you're just spinning your wheels.
And this chart really breaks it down for us. Look at this split. For about 40% of you, the culprit is going to be a problem with the .NET framework. For another 35%, you've got a corrupted update cache. And get this, for a full quarter of you, you're stuck because of a bug in Microsoft's own system cleanup tools. Yep, you heard that right.
So let's get into our toolkit and build a real strategy. We're going to tackle these causes logically, starting with the fastest and most common fixes first. The goal here is to get you back up and running in just a few minutes, if we can.
Okay, let's dive right into method 1. This is your go-to solution if you've looked at your update history and see any failed updates that specifically mention .NET Framework. Since it's the most common cause, it's absolutely the best place to start.
And just look at the return on investment here. We're talking about 60 seconds of your time. For that 1 minute, you have a 40% chance of completely solving the problem. And the best part? Absolutely zero risk to your system. It's a no-brainer to try this first.
The process honestly couldn't be simpler. You're just going to go into your Windows features and find .NET Framework 3.5. And here's the trick. You just flip its state. If the box is checked, you uncheck it. If it's unchecked, you check it. That simple little toggle forces Windows to do a clean reinstall of those components, fixing any corruption along the way.
So, what if the .NET fix didn't work? Don't worry, we've got more tools in the bag. Our next method targets the second most common culprit, a corrupted download cache. This is what happens when Windows has downloaded broken or incomplete update files and is just stubbornly trying to install them over and over again.
This one's going to take about 5 minutes, and it has a really solid 35% success rate. The whole idea here is to completely wipe out those broken files, which forces Windows to go back to the source and download a fresh, clean copy of the update.
Now, I know this looks a little more technical, but it's really just a sequence of commands you'll copy and paste into the terminal. First, you stop all the services that handle Windows Update. Then, you rename the 2 main folders that store all the downloaded files. And finally, you just restart those services in your computer. Now sure, there are some automated tools out there that claim to do this, but running these commands yourself gives you total control. The main goal, as you can see here, is to find and get rid of that component store corruption. This method is like a hard reset for your update system. It clears out the old gunk and forces a totally fresh start.
All right, if those first aid fixes didn't do the trick, it's time to bring out the big guns. This next method is, without a doubt, the most powerful and effective solution because it doesn't just put a band-aid on the problem. It actually rebuilds the broken parts of your system to fix even the deepest levels of corruption.
Before we even get into the how, just look at this number, 85%. That's the success rate we're talking about here. So yeah, this method takes a little more time, but it is by far the most reliable way to crush this error for good.
It's called an in-place upgrade. And I know that sounds super scary, right? Like you're about to lose everything. But it's actually the safest comprehensive fix you can do. You're basically just reinstalling a fresh copy of Windows 11 right over your existing one. And here's the magic part. You don't lose a single file, app, or setting.
Okay, so here's the trade-off for that incredible 85% success rate. It's time. You'll need to set aside 1 to 2 hours where you can just let your PC do its thing without any interruptions. And while the risk is very low, it's always a good idea to have a backup of your super important files, just in case. So why does this work so well? because it goes straight to the heart of the problem, those missing source files. This process rebuilds your entire Windows system from scratch, using a complete, healthy blueprint. It puts back the very files that Microsoft's own cleanup tools might have accidentally deleted. That's why it succeeds when everything else failed.
All right, let's pull all of this together into a clear, final strategy. We've gone over a lot, so let's boil it down to a simple, actionable game plan so you know exactly what to do next.
Here is your exact order of operations, moving from the quickest thing to the most powerful. Start with method 1, that 60-second .NET toggle. No luck? Move on to method 2, the 5-minute cache reset. After that, you can try method 4, running the built-in Windows repair tools, DISM and SFC. And if you've tried all that and you're still stuck, you can move on to method 6, the in-place upgrade, with total confidence, knowing it's your most reliable path to victory.
And finally, let's talk about what not to do, because this is just as important. Seriously, stay away from those sketchy third-party PC fixer programs. They're almost always junk or even malware. Also, don't just disable Windows Update for good, you'll miss critical security patches. And please, never ever download system files from some random website to replace them yourself. Just stick to the official methods we've talked about. In the end, the really uncomfortable truth here is that this error is often an own goal by Microsoft. It's frequently caused by the very automated maintenance system that's supposed to be keeping Windows healthy. And that leaves us with one final thought, not for you,